Hey guys, what's up? GreenMachineSam back with another video, and of course we have another Tennessee Titans franchise video. Today we're going to be in Week 13 at home taking on the New York Jets. Of course, with the New York Jets comes Sauce Gardner as well as that very talented defense. They are an 88 on the defense side of the ball, and here's the major thing that's going to happen. Is the fact that the Jets are running out Sam Darnold. So their quarterback that they drafted all the way back in, 2016, I feel like? 2017 maybe? No, 2018. I think it was 18. Whatever. They have Zach Wilson and Sam Darnold and Skylar Thompson are their three quarterbacks. We have to, and I mean we have to go out there and play lights out at this point. Zach Wilson and Sam Darnold cannot light us up. Zach Wilson is actually out with a broken tibia, out for 8 weeks, so it looks like he will probably miss the remainder of the season, which does mean Sam Darnold will be starting, with Skylar Thompson being their backup. So they don't have a mobile quarterback, so that is something we don't have to worry about going into this week, and this is a must-win game. In a stacked NFC division, stacked AFC conference, we have to win out from here on out, even to have a chance making the playoffs, which is still a very unlikely possibility because a lot of the teams that are fighting for that 6th and 7th seed right now have already 6 or 7 wins. So they are going to be very hard to come back and beat and get into that last little bit of group of spots. And like we talked about in the last video, we have a struggle of a schedule remaining. The two weakest games we currently have on our schedule remaining is the Jets, which we have at home, and the Patriots, in which we are going to their house. We have the Jaguars twice, we have the Cowboys once, and we have the Bills once. And if you look at the standings right now, the Cowboys are 7-4. The Bills, I don't see them on the... They're also 7-4. So we have the Jags who are 10-1 twice, we have the Bills who are 7-4, we have the Cowboys that are 7-4, and you know both of those rosters are going to be extremely hard to beat. As well as the Jags who we split with last year, they're going to be also a very hard team to beat going forward. Adjust lineup, we're going to go into and show you guys just a couple different moves that we are making. Nicholas Petit-Fier is getting the start today at right tackle. Taylor Lewan just has not held up in pass coverage this year. Franklin Amos, I want to get going, and especially with the end of the season coming around and the fact that we don't know what we're quite doing at wide receiver outside of Bo Melton and Treylon Burks. Amos is going to slide up to that number 2 spot. Hodgins is going to stay at 3. Melton's going to fall down to number 4. Now, Melton is still starting in the slot, so he's still going to get plenty of opportunity. He's just not going to be out wide. He's going to be in the slot in those 3 receiver sets. But it still allows him to come in and play a good chunk of snaps while also getting Franklin Amos out there a little bit more. Defensive side of the ball, we're going to be starting Harold Landry and Cleveland Ferrell as a run stopper. Yatir Gross-Matos and Harold Landry will be the pass rush specialists going forward. I'm going to try out Harold Landry again, see if he can get maybe going in in the correct direction. Whether that's developing just a little bit more and hoping we can ship him off at the end of the season and the off-season, trying to get some type of value in return for him, as he does have over a $20 million cap hit next year as well, or something around that mark. Not too much has changed other than that. We are going to actually be signing Jack Gibbons down as well. He just hasn't played well. I don't know what we plan on doing with him, especially with, the fact that I think I gave him a 3 or 4 year deal at this point. So that will be a question of conversation going forward. Not a whole ton of other changes have really happened. Nicholas Petit-Fier just played well last week. He's played well for the most part. He had that one bad mistake where he didn't pick up somebody a couple weeks ago that I did bench him for, when, of course, Malone and Whitehair and everybody else decided to go down, and Dorian Dixon had to slide over to center. But overall, the team's looking pretty nice. Tyron Smith has to step up this game. If he cannot hold up in pass coverage, I will go to A.J. Jackson at this point. I do not care. I'm going to go to what works, and I've noticed that A.J. Jackson, in the limited time he did play that one game that he did have to step in and play for, he did hold up in pass coverage. He didn't let up a sack. Now, of course, is that necessarily him playing well, or was that just his limited role in that part of the game? We do have upgrade players to take care of as well. It's only a couple, I feel like, if not one. Yeah, Caleb Farley is the only guy here. We're not just upgrade slot. Now, anybody that's asking or new to Madden, slot is the best upgrade if you want a man-to-man corner. The reason being is because he gets man coverage, you can get speed, you can get acceleration, and you can get press. And you get a lot more. of the slot abilities that also can go into man. So that's what I end up upgrading. Nothing else has really changed. Nothing to really go over. Player negotiations, like I said, we're going to let most of the guys walk and scout college players. I'll give you guys the rundown probably at the end of the season or whenever the off-season first comes around. I'll give you guys the rundown on who we're targeting, what position groups we're going after for the most part. You guys have seen a lot of the more basic stuff, what we're going after in terms of scouting, but I'm not going to go into details until I have the full picture of all the prospects so I know exactly who and what I want to go after. So with that being said, guys, let's hop into the game. Okay, so the offense for the first time today will come out onto the field starting at our own 24. We are on Sunday night primetime, so I did decide to rock these jerseys back out once again. This will probably be the last time we do get to see them this season. But I figured with a Sunday night primetime game against the Jets in a must-win situation, I figured this is probably the best chance and best day to wear these jerseys. This is it, basically. If we do not win this game, I severely think we are probably not going to have a chance of even making the playoffs. First and 10, we're going to start off. We're going to bring Amos in motion, get him going. Looking outside, there's Melton. He has to catch. It's a little late thrown. CJ Mosley in coverage. He's going to win. Bo Melton should be able to win that almost all day, every day. And like I said, I want to get Amos more involved. He is a young guy out of Bama, 6 foot. He's better in the slot, but he can still play outside. It's not like he can't. Treylon Burks over the middle, and I can't hit him there. Unfortunately, thrown out of bounds. It's still a very, very, very good chance that we can hit Burks a lot more. Nobody over top of Burks. I'm hitting him immediately. Gonna hit him. Hit him. Go. Treylon Burks can beat the safety. No, just not quite fast enough. Now, there's a problem with Burks. He doesn't particularly succeed in just one general area. He's just a good receiver in general. We're going to keep Wiley in. We're going to play action roll out here. They bite. They bring pressure. Dump off to Chig. He has to make a guy miss, but brought down after a second guy gets there. DJ Reed Jr. This Jets defense is no joke. I don't know how many pieces they've lost over the year since, it is season 2. But I think that this defense is probably still going to be formidable at minimum. Franklin Amos here underneath gets the reception, gets up, and Tyron Smith's now down. So now we don't have to deal with the decision of whether or not he is the guy. A.J. Jackson is now going to be in. I'm going to let him play. I'm not going to move Taylor Lewan over just quite yet. If Jackson struggles, we could easily look towards going back to Taylor Lewan. But that will hurt our run game to that left side at least. I see an open lane. I'm going to run with Levis. He could go all the way to the end zone, and he does. That is one thing underrated about Will Levis. He has wheels for what it's worth. Tyron Smith has a high risk of injury. We're just going to leave him out for now. If he would like to return at some point, we definitely could do that. But going up 7-0 here early in this first quarter, already off to a good start offense. So Sam Darnold through the season so far, 2,100 yards, 19 touchdowns, 13 picks. He definitely has the offense for it. And if the O-line isn't as injured as it was last year, especially for Aaron Rodgers, I think they could be in a good little situation. They have plenty of receiving weapons if they added to them as well. So I don't think they have a whole ton of problems on offense. Especially, like I said, if that O-line isn't as injured as it was last year, because holy fuck, that line was injured last year, I think they should be in a decent spot. I'm not going to say great spot, but they should be in at least a halfway decent spot. Yetur Gross-Matos is going to have to make a play here. He's going to have to chase down Breece Hall. Finally brought down by Quentin Ayers and Yetur Gross-Matos. 24 rush yards there for Breece Hall already today. And yeah, just already off to a bad start. This defense can't make a run stop. I don't know what's wrong with this team, to be fair, at this point. We've tried just about everything. One big change I forgot to mention is McCreary is not going to start today. I'm going to have Quentin Ayers starting. I'm going to also have Mark Vickers in the slot. So we're not going to see a whole ton of Roger McCreary. Now, of course, if Mark Vickers plays well, that could lead to him potentially taking over the job. It's just McCreary has played so bad over the last couple games, it feels like, that we do have to take a chance, right? We need to see what this team actually has. 3rd and 7 here. Gonna bring Shire down, try to help out. And Vickers with a pick! Comes back into the play. He gets a pick. He's going to have a chance to return this. No, the O-line's just a little bit quicker than what we thought. Vickers pushed out at the 42, though. He comes back into the play, makes a great play, undercutting that route, getting the pick. What an awesome start. We were just talking about how he's the chance to be able to really put his mark on this. 1st and 10 now, going to hand the ball off left side. Tajay Spears bouncing outside, trying to cut back in, but Treylon Burks just lets Reed beat him to the inside. What a good play by Mark Vickers there. That is what I'm talking about. I'm not telling you you can't go for the picks and you can't be this corner, that you just have to be a shutdown guy. But if you're going to go for plays, you got to make them at some point. And here, just the Jets D-line coming through. 3rd and 16. So after a decent rush, this Jets D-line ends up winning their rep against that right side. Gets through. Keenan Williams, I know, fucking shedded really fast. And then Jermaine Johnson followed. And then Jermaine Johnson just faster than Quinn Williams to get back into that backfield. 3rd and 16 here. Going to look Melton late. Could be an option, I feel like. No, I'm not really seeing anything. I'm just going to throw the ball away. Yeah, just get rid of it. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not going to force it. I was going to maybe look at Wiley early, but with Sauce Gardner over there, I didn't really want to take that chance. So after getting a pick there on our first defensive drive, we do have to punt the football back, which is unfortunate to say the least, but we should be able to hopefully pin them as long as we have a good kick here. So yeah, we do pin the Jets offense at the 8 now, of course. Every single time I've ever had a team pinned like this, it definitely feels like the offense just learns how to be the most juggernaut offense of all time. And here is another reception thrown at Mark Vickers and Gibson. So maybe their receiving core isn't as good as I thought with Xavier Gibson having to play. I don't know, though. They could have some injuries amongst that unit. That could always be a factor as well. Like I said, they already are without Zach Wilson because of injury. What are you doing, Von Florence? You're literally playing underneath that football. That is an easy pick. Why is he not reacting to that? The ball literally went over his fucking head. And I don't want to... And he's looking at the ball, too. So it's not like, there's a valid excuse, too. Here, everybody has to get outside. Breece Hall hops out of bounds after a juke move there against Caleb Farley. Yeah, these edges, I'm telling you, just have not been able to hold up this year. Just this whole D-line hasn't been able to hold up. I don't know what to do. The running back run blocking is already down a lot, and I don't want to put it down anymore because then it's just going to feel like it's cheating almost. Who is 87? Kendrick Bourne is also a receiver for this Jets unit. So yeah, they are pretty depleted. If you got to lean on Kendrick Bourne, I don't think that's a particularly great thing. Here, we're going to have to bring Shire over. I might have to start hopping back on Shire. Maybe that's part of the reason that we just haven't been able to play well. I know through the first couple weeks, I think I was playing a lot on Shire. Maybe that could help if we do hop back on him and try to help out, just get him in better positions. And then hopefully the other linebackers can do just enough. Here, targeting the tight end, Harold Landry in coverage. Not really what I would want. There's Jeremy Rucker. What would have been their third string tight end in normal in the first season. Now here as a second string tight end. Garrett Wilson underneath. We tried to drop to zone just a little late there. 2nd and 1. End of the quarter, up 7. We're off to a good start. The pick, the early touchdown, just the second drive stalled out, and the Jets slowly marching. 2nd and 1. Going to bring the corners down. We're going to play press. We're going to try to scrape across. And there's Von Florence coming up with a big tackle on Breece Hall. Grabs his leg, able to bring him down. Breece Hall, maybe down? No, he's not down. Okay. I don't like when Madden does that. Like, don't fucking show me that the dude's down and then him actually not be down. Gonna bring Harold Landry off the edge, not quite quick enough. Fumble though! Harold Landry forces a fumble! And Shire will recover, and that's definitely going to be a fumble. He was still standing when that ball came out. So now 1st and 10 at our own 16. We're going to go stretch play here. Hand off Tajay Spears. Good blocks on the outside. Spears can't make the last man miss. If we could have made him miss, we probably could have been gone there. Looks like they have Boogie Basham as well as one of those edge rushers. So their young edge rushing core has plenty of talent. They have Jermaine Johnson. They have Will McDonald. They have, Quinn Williams, so they definitely have a ton of talent on that D-line. So we can't just, I don't think we can sit back even as long as we have been, is getting the ball out quicker to the targets that I want to get to. 2nd and 6 now. Halfback zone here with Tajay Spears. Couple lead blockers. Probably could have slowed down for Goodwill, but I just felt like even if we did, he wasn't going to quite get to that safety as fast as I would have liked him to. And the fact that somebody probably could have chased us down to just pick up the yards that we know we could get. 1st and 10, we're going to do a shot play here. Going to need blockers. Burks! Where the fuck is Will? Am I confused? Like, I thought he was already set. When I looked up, I thought he was already set. Was he not? Yeah, why is he... I tried not to touch the left stick because I figured if I just let him do his thing, he'll come set and I'll be able to hit somebody. And Burks was open. Burks had the steps. 2nd and 10 going back to the run game here. Up to the 2nd level. Already doing a good job here. Boogie Basham now down. Somebody we just noted just a couple minutes ago. 3rd and 3 going back to the run game here. Going to go stretch play. Going to run away from Keenan Williams. At this point, run away from him. We've played well. Tyron Smith now back in. I don't know how long he's been in, but he's now in at minimum. 1st and 10 after a good rush there from Spears. 5 for 50 on the day. Already off to a decent enough start. We're going to have Chig come across the bottom here. I don't want Wiley leaking out. I would rather have him help out with Nicholas Petit-Fier. 1st and 10. And there's Amos. And Will Levis can't hit him. Accuracy again. I don't know what to do there. And some people probably are going to say, well, why don't you use one of the updated passing things? Because they don't work either way. It does not change the fact that Will Levis is going to miss these throws, which is unfortunate. Going to run towards Keenan Williams' side. Stretch play here for Spears. Can only get one. Having to get bounced back inside. So it wasn't really Keenan Williams making a big play there as much as the edge just holding up our tight end and our tackle. 3rd and 9. Could look wily late here. Hodgins open up almost immediately. Going to run Spears on a wheel route. There's no reason not to. Just for the simple fact that we don't need him going to the flats. We have to pick up 9 anyway. Not really seeing a whole ton open. Just going to pass off to Hodgins. And he picks up the 1st down. Isaiah Hodgins. 1st and 10 now. Going to go back to the line. Y shallow cross here. We're going to have Spears go out on an out route. I'm looking Wiley to Spears to Burks, probably. Burks. No, whoever that is. And Burks can't get to the football. That was such a good fucking play, too. We had him open, just couldn't hold our blocks long enough. And we're going to have to go to 2nd and 10 here. We're going to motion Melton, bring him across. Amos is probably one of my first options outside of Melton and then back to Wiley at this point. So, looking Melton, nothing. Amos, though, and it's picked. Jordan Whitehead coming down. I thought he was going to play more over towards Melton. He did not. I thought maybe I could fit that ball behind him. And yeah, he just makes a good play. That is on me. So, Will Levis now behind 2 picks on the season. He's going to have to get going here again. 1st and 10 here for Sam Darnold and this Jets offense. And Breece Hall is going to come down hard. But we just blew up his knee. Holy fuck. At least in real life, that would probably be a knee issue. Is this Israel Abondakandai? Is that what his name is, I think? 1st and 10, and Caleb Farley is nowhere near Kendrick Bourne. How are you getting burnt by Kendrick Bourne at this point? I don't understand that. How is an 88 overall corner getting burnt by Kendrick Bourne? He is playing in man coverage. That is his archetype. What the fuck is going on here? 1st and 10 here. And just, I don't know why we would have Hooker playing so far back if he's in man-to-man coverage against Garrett fucking Wilson. I don't understand this defense sometimes. 2nd and 5 here, 44-yard line, and they're moving the ball again. Catch here from Kendrick Bourne on the sideline, goes up and out of bounds. 9 for 11 for Sam Darnold. Okay, starting off, I don't understand this. The 72 overall quarterback, Sam Darnold, is roasting us right now. Keenan Evans trying to get through. And there's Garrett Wilson again. Dude. Okay, we got to change some things up. I'm going to go to coach adjustments here after the 2-minute warning. We're going to go by overall. We're going to play on man. We're going to stack up on man. And hopefully that'll help out just a little bit better. Oh, I forgot to do coaching adjustments. That's nice. We're going to bring Von Florence over. We're going to get him coverage on Breece Hall right away. And there's Garrett Wilson and Caleb Farley just not making a play on the football. I just don't understand why Madden also took out play ball versus not. You know, it always plays the man now, which is fucking stupid. Like, I'm sorry you introduced a broken feature, and it made sense to have it always on play ball there. Keenan Evans getting through. Breece Hall holds onto the football in the receiving game. Jesus, dude. We can't do anything. We legitimately cannot pry. Jesus, I can't talk. Even when it's a running back, we still can't pry the ball away, and Breece Hall is just going to run us over. He gets in. Tevin Givens now down. Awesome. 1st and 10, back out on the field for Tajay Spears. Both of our last 2 drives have stalled out with a pick and then just getting sacked on the drive before that. Hasn't turned out exactly how we wanted it to. Not like we haven't had success in certain areas, but Will Levis's accuracy is still an issue. 50 seconds left here in the second quarter. We got to get going almost immediately to have any type of chance of getting a scoring drive going, and Will Levis just still cannot connect on these out routes. 7 misses on the day for him, and one of them being a pick. He cannot hit fucking out routes. What are the... Dude, this is so bad. Treylon Burks underneath. Not going to get a whole ton of yards there. 9 yards. Going to call timeout. Get back to the line. If we don't pick up the first down here, we're pretty much screwed. 3rd and 1 here. Treylon Burks immediately could be an option. He is. Hit him. He's going to have to outrun everybody. He outruns him. Jordan Poyer, stiff arm. I think that's Jordan Poyer anyway. 23, maybe that's Micah Hyde. I'm not 100% sure. But we do end up getting all the way down to the 14. If they're not going to stack up correctly, I'm going to take advantage. Wiley to Melton possibly. I'm not going to really probably look at Amos to be fair. Wiley underneath, turn, run. That's the first down at minimum. No, 2nd and inches. Still have time to do a lot of different things. Just, I don't know what will actually work for us. We're going to go bench here. We're not going to really look at the corner routes. Going to look at more of these out routes more than anything. Spears underneath on this curl. But they do have corners playing outside leverage. So that is an issue. Hodgins here. One-on-one opportunity. Can't bring the ball in. DJ Reed comes up with a good breakup. 3rd and inches now. We can still pick up this first down. So we absolutely could run the football and then go to 3 straight pass plays, which I think is what we should do. Mainly just because we can pick up the first. And then who knows, worst comes to worst. We get stopped, we call timeout, we have to come back, regroup. But I think we should be easily able to get this. The question will be, can we score on this as well? Tajay Spears meets Quincy Williams in the hole. Going to call timeout, save us 19 seconds. I'm not going to go to run play here, just for the simple fact that it will kind of screw us over if we go that way. Because if we don't pick it up, we could easily run out of time. 19 seconds, 1st and goal. We don't have a whole ton of options here in terms of routes just because of how close we are to the end zone. So we are going to run a couple zigs here. Josh Wiley over the middle. Tajay Spears. I'm going to actually have a check and release. Nobody comes. Get out there. Just try to make something happen. 1st and goal. They bring in a little extra pressure. I had fucking Melton. God damn it. When I decided to roll, I looked back at Melton, and I fucking see him at the last goddamn second. Are you kidding me? I had Melton, and I didn't fucking pull the trigger. I just didn't. Simple as that. Just going to send people on different routes. Let's see what we can get. If this coverage stays, Melton should be open on this zig. But it's not. It's not man. And Keenan Williams getting through, but the ball gets out. Luckily, that's not an intentional grounding, apparently. That probably should be, but 3rd and goal here. Gonna have to. We don't have time to go to a run play. We don't have time to go to a whole ton. I don't really want to run a QB rollout, because if we do that, I feel like the blocking, they're gonna put a ton of guys in the box. I almost should run Wiley, keep Wiley in, keep Spears in. And then fuck it, just throw Burks on a zig route. See if he can maybe beat Sauce Gardner. Isaiah Hodgins probably done 1. Looking at Amos 2nd. Back to Burks. Nothing really open. And we get sacked, so we're not going to come away with any points. Yeah, should have just thrown the ball out of the back of the end zone there. That's tough. 7-7 here, going into the halftime. Just offense is stalled on 3 straight drives. That's a crazy. Will Levis not being able to hit these out routes is really being frustrating right now. We've had multiple guys open with easy first downs or big chunk plays, and he's just missed everything on the outside part of the numbers. Will Levis, you guys step it up, big dog. Okay, so the Jets offense will come out onto the field starting off at their own 17. Breece Hall having a pretty good game on the ground, 8 for 55 and a touchdown, 6.8 yards per carry. Going to send pressure immediately. I think that's a solution that we could find ourselves in. Just send a little bit of pressure early. Going to come down hard with Evans. He's going to fill the gap and meet Breece Hall there. No gain going there. I seriously think we should just try to stop this run and just focus on like I said, stopping the run, not really worrying about anything else at the moment. Going to have to drop back into coverage with Yatir Gross-Matos not being able to change up some of the stuff. I was hoping that if I flipped the play, he would be the linebacker that would be in the pass, not playing in the pass coverage, but pass rushing here. To spread the D-line. Somebody needs to get to work. I cannot have no pressures here. Here underneath is Shire, and he knocks the ball away. Shire. 4th and 5, bringing it up. Good fucking play from Shire. Baits that just enough. Could have probably came away with a pick, but I'll take 4th and 5 as well. 1st and 10 at our own 30. Will Levis coming back out onto the field. He needs to be able to hit some of these routes today. I can't be leaving this much yardage on the fucking field because he can't hit out routes and deep ins. I really can't be. Here's Amos, and he gets hit as he throws. Amos! No, out of bounds. It's too long of a developing play, apparently. 2nd and 10. Just can't get anything going. I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do, to be fair. Like, I can't get the ball out quick enough because our guys just aren't beating guys off the line. Chigoquanquo here. 1st and 10 now. After a good catch from him. He's had 2 on the day. 2 for 13. Almost doubling up his catches on the year. 1st and 10. Looking Wiley and Burks here. Amos could be an option if they play zone. Underneath. Not a whole ton. Levis going to take off and run. Diving down after an 8-yard pickup here. Going to go choice stick nod. We're going to have a little bit better coverage here for Wiley. Being able to get open over this middle deep. Josh Wiley can't hold on to the football though. Number 23 comes up. Who is 23 at this point? I haven't seen his name yet. Could it be a rookie at this point? No way, right? No way a rookie is that swagged out, especially a created rookie from Madden. At least I don't think anyway. Going to change up this play just a little bit. A lot of short underneath stuff. Wiley here. Catch. Hold on to the football. Thank you for the love of God. Probably could have gotten to him a little bit faster. We brought Sample in motion, so now it's 1st and 10. We're going to send a Quanquo out. We're going to keep Sample in. Help pass block, hopefully. Wiley's open. He hits him finally. Fuck, dude. That's like the first big throw that we've had all game that he's been able to hit. Finally, dude. Will Levis has to work on accuracy going into his 3rd season. 1st and 10 going back to the run game, trying to get this game going again. Spears tries to cut back. Not quite, only a 1-yard rush there. Virtually the same stats for him and Breece Hall so far today. 8 for 55 for him as well. Going to play action roll out here. I see Chig. I'm going to hit him just immediately. Just pick up whatever we can. 2 yards there. I saw the pressure coming. Figured get the ball out. Just try to pick up what we can. 3 receptions for 15 yards for Chig. I think he has 4 on the season so far, besides the 3 that he's having today. So, basically doubling his receptions already in one game. Now, his yardage isn't great. Of course, with being it backup tight end, you're not going to get a whole ton of deep looks. Wiley can't hold on to the football. Quincy Williams breaks it up. Gonna have to just settle for the field goal. We can't continuously go for this and not come away with points. This would be our 3rd drive inside Jets territory, not coming away with points. We do go up 10-7. Starting off at the 23-yard line. Gonna send some pressure here. We're actually gonna have Farley drop out. Nope, too late. Couldn't get to him. And then there's Jeffrey Simmons. Finally, the only guy on this defense that reliably shows up. It seems like, especially as of recent. I'm not going to sit here and say he hasn't shown up all year. It's been a difficult year for him, not really getting going a whole ton. And I'm right there with Evans, and the ball's still not coming free. I do not know what to do. I can't force incompletion because of coverage. I can't force incompletions because of anything. I'm right there telling him to react to the football. He just doesn't do it. 1st and 10 here. Going to hand off. No, it's a RPO. Kendrick Bourne on a little curl. Brought down finally by Ayers and I think that would have been Amani Hooker. Bourne technically down, not really. He's going to be right back out onto the field, apparently. Madden can't make up its mind on who wants to be injured and who doesn't. Here, late. And Gibson, a guy that's not known for his hands, is holding onto the football there with Evans right there. Why aren't you playing for the pass breakup? I don't know. I don't understand this. I don't love that we're in man coverage and we're not lining up in man, but whatever. And a quick out, and he can't get there. I swear to God, if this is roughing the passer. Holding. 4th and 1, I don't think they would go for it. And I don't really want to chance it on 3rd down and giving them another shot. So we're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. 1st and 10. Levis coming back out on the field. Finally getting a little bit of a rhythm here in the pass game, but still stalled out eventually. We're actually going to motion Spears out. Let's see if this will take Sauce Gardner out of coverage. He'll be put onto a different guy. Burks open. He could have a chance. He catches and he's gone. Treylon Burks. Holy fuck. Got hit as he throws, so he's not able to lead him, but still the coverage was busted. Treylon Burks open over the middle. What a fucking play. Not the greatest look, just in terms of getting hit as he's throwing. Burks having to slow down and basically punt and catch that football and turn around and run. But Will Levis got it there. That's all that matters. Up 17-7 now. So the Jets offense will come back out onto the field, and the reason why they are at the 11 is because Madden doesn't understand the new rule of being able to fair catch inside your own 25 and starting off at the 25-yard line, as well as the fact that they had a penalty on the point after try, so we ended up accepting the penalty, getting the chance to kick at our own at the 50-yard line, and then that's why we were able to sky kick it, get down there, cover them really well, and stuff like that. 2nd and 10 here, handoff Breece Hall, and the defense just can't get there. Man, we had him in such bad field positioning, and then just nothing. Just let him run all over you, I guess. No reason to play hard here. May as well just let him run. Jair going to have to get over there, make the tackle on Breece Hall. He does after a 6-yard gain. Just these edges. I don't know why, but everybody else's tight ends are so good at run blocking. Like, don't get me wrong. Wiley and Chick have definitely been great. Sample's been good. Howard has been, relatively okay in the run blocking stuff, and he just throws it right to Mark Vickers. Vickers with his 2nd interception on the day. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say that interceptions are the end-all, be-all of whether or not a corner is good. I know that. Trust me. But, man, getting 2 picks in your starting debut in the slot, that has to account for something. 1st and 10. At their 22, going to go immediately to play action. Looking Wiley to Okonkwo, back to Burks here. They're actually going to send Howard out on an out route. Just makes more sense than him just sitting in the middle of the field. Fuck, I threw it to the wrong dude, and gets knocked away by Whitehead there. I was looking for Wiley, and I see him, and then I look back towards Chick, and for some reason my brain, when I looked back towards Chick just to check on it one more time, I went, oh, circle, instead of, X. Not great. 2nd and 10 here. Hodgins could be open, especially on the slot against him. Don't trust that safety to be able to play reliable coverage. Yeah, I got Hodgins. I got Hodgins! Isaiah Hodgins with a touchdown here today. He'll have his 2nd, I think, on the year playing the violin. Treylon Burks comes up with a receiving touchdown, and here comes Hodgins as well. His receiving core. I think it's playing a little bit better with Bo Melton not being on the field as much. Now, I'm not saying Bo Melton's bad. I'm just saying getting some different guys involved, I think, is helping a little bit more with just receiving in general. Going up 24-7 here. Jets starting off at their own 19 now, coming back out on the field after another interception to Sam Darnold, throwing it basically right at Mark Vickers. That can't be great for this offense's morale. 1st and 10 here. I'm feeling run here. Gonna guess run. Not really guess run, but at least guess run with the player I'm using. Jair helps bring Breece Hall down after a 2-yard gain. I would assume that will be the end of the quarter. Yeah, I don't think they're going to get a playoff. I would personally try to get a playoff, but they are not going to get a playoff here. 2nd and 8 when we return from the end of the quarter. We have just dominated in the air game. Have played really well here recently. Granted, the Treylon Burks pass definitely does help. They've played well in the run game. 2nd and 8, Sam Darnold looking like a pass. I'm going to hop on Evans here and probably help out on Breece Hall. They run the football, though, on a halfback draw, and Evans right there to make the play. 6-on-5, we end up winning it. I was, covering him, and when I see him go towards that middle part of the field, I ended up going, hey, let's just run with him, see what happens. We're going to bring pressure here. Evans here. Caleb Farley knocks it away from Garrett Wilson. 4th and 8, and they're going to have to punt the ball once again. Defense finally showing up. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 8, down 17. Apparently this is where they want to make their stand. I don't really understand that all that much, but it's up to whatever. It's their choice, their funeral, and Evans can't cover Bourne. That sucks. I don't know why you're running out to him when he's going to probably play middle of the field, and especially in that inside receiver spot. Going to hop in the dollar, but now that I say that, they're probably going to run the football. No, pass play here. Covering underneath. Trying to bring down Garrett Wilson. Can't. Mark Vickers over pursues. And there's Amani Hooker, but gets stiffed arm. Mark Vickers coming back to make the play. Garrett Wilson, big gain there all the way down to the 23-yard line now. God, I need a play from somebody. Besides the corners, I need a play from somebody. Jeffrey Simmons, step up right here, right now. Play action fake. Looking across the middle. Trying to roll. Has to throw the ball away. Yatir Gross-Matos was coming down out of his zone to put pressure on Sam Darnold. 2nd and 10. We're going to go man coverage. Cover one here. If the fullback does not run out on a route, I'm bringing pressure with Shire. Going to send 6. They're going to run the football. There's Jeffrey Simmons making a play. Holds him up. And there's Yatir Gross-Matos and Harold Landry coming up with the tackle. Yatir's played pretty well in the limited time he's had as well. Going against a superstar, Mekhi Becton, which I still don't understand. He hasn't played. Mekhi Becton just hasn't fucking played enough in the NFL. He's been in the league for 4 fucking years and has not done enough to deserve a superstar dev trait. I'm sorry, he fucking hasn't. Can we be real about that? He has not done enough. He has been in the league for 4 fucking years and has not done enough. Quentin Ayers had a chance at a football. I don't know if that receiver was supposed to be running a comeback, and Sam Darnold just threw it way too early. And, that was 4th down? I didn't even realize it. Or maybe I did and I said it, but I didn't, consciously realize it. 1st and 10, going to run the football here with Spears. And a handoff. Skoronski just can't quite get to Williams. It was kind of a stretch play in a way. The edge was coming. I couldn't really wait for Skoronski to get up to that 2nd level and make that block, so we had to go fast. Going to roll with Levis. Just pick up some yards. 4 there. Going back to the line. I like halfback draw here. Yeah, linebackers going out to cover Wiley. As long as Goodwill can hold here, just hold up on Keenan Williams. Spears getting to the edge. Not quite. 4th and 2. Can't necessarily go for it. Only being up 17, I can't necessarily go for it and put us in a risky situation. If we were up 24, possibly to salt the game away, I thought that play would have ran just a little bit better. I'm going to personally go ahead and salt the clock out as much as I can on this. 1st and 10, up to the 39. Not the greatest punt. Missed tackle as well. 1st and 10. Got to play a lot of coverage here. Play underneath. Cut off all these lanes. He throws the ball deep and it can't get there. Rushed by one of the edges or even Jeffrey Simmons there. Yatir Gross-Matos probably would have been the more likely one. Got to drop Evans into coverage. I don't love that we are matching up so poorly out of this formation. I tried to play underneath, I guess. I don't know. I got locked into the wrong guy. I was trying to get to the safety. We're going to drop in a pass coverage, you two. I don't need both you guys out of range here. Quentin Ayers coming down, making the tackle on Garrett Wilson. 1st and 10. They're going fast. They're going incredibly fast here. And just caught underneath 12. Who the fuck is 12? I really don't understand. We might have to call a timeout here. I think we're in such a shitty formation. We might have to call a timeout here. Jeffrey Simmons! User pick! There's no fucking way I just came up with a user pick with Jeffrey fucking Simmons. Dropping into coverage, Jeffrey Simmons just got a fucking pick. No fucking way. 1st and 10. Gonna go stretch play here to that left side. 1st and 10, handoff. Howard and Wiley up to the 2nd level, making the last man miss, but The Jets rally. 11 for 76 for Spears. 1st and 10 now. We can salt a lot of this clock away. 2-minute warning here now. Up 17 late. The Jets are going to have to bring everything they have to really get something going on us. We're going to go conservative on the ball carrying and just hold on to the football, I think, is the smart move. We don't need a repeat of the Lions game of giving up a fumble late in the game and virtually letting them back in. Going to go conservative. We don't really need to make guys miss. We just need to pick up a couple yards here and there, salt away this clock, get a victory, and leave. I know we're technically at home, but still the same applies. 2nd and 8, motion to Quanquo across. Let him try to help out. Up to the second level almost. Franklin Myers able to reach out that hand, barely get a handful of Tajay Spears. Gonna go to the pass game here. Fuck it. 3rd and 6. Let's see what we can get. Melton matched up against a linebacker is easily one of our best options, as well as Spears matched up on a linebacker on this wheel. If we can hold up just long enough, both could be very good options here. Yeah, Melton on the outside. Catch. Go down. Gets the first. That will end the game. Bo Melton coming up big there, as well as a good reset throw by Will Levis. We're going to run the ball one more time. Fuck it. Let Spears eat a little bit. Nothing going there. So, we end up winning one of the must-win games. We have to win out the rest of the season to really have a chance, of course, like I talked about earlier in the game and in this episode. But we definitely did that. We came in, got it done. It wasn't necessarily pretty, especially in the first half, but Will Levis got it done eventually. 16 for 30 on the day for him, 53 completion percentage, 298 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think he had a pick, 2. Did he have 2? I don't think he had 2 picks. I think he had at least 1, though. So he is still negative, unfortunately. Or he's tied, where we were negative by 1 pick. So we should be tied going into the next week. Had a very good game. Got lucky with the deep ball, of course. Busted coverage there, able to get the ball there, and then, of course, Treylon Burks still being able to take off and get into the end zone. But overall, decent game from him. He just has to work on his accuracy across the middle and on those out routes. I can't be throwing bad balls across the middle. Medium to deep balls across the middle can't be inaccurate. Those short out routes cannot be inaccurate. We need a better product from Will Levis. He definitely has earned his job back for now, but like I said, it's going to be a rotating thing. If he plays bad, I'm not going to be shy to say, we'll go to Trey Lance, we'll go to Malik Willis, we'll do all these other things. But we can talk about the rest when we get back to the main menu. I'm going to grab screenshots and all that fun shit. So we end up winning our game against the New York Jets. Of course, that does put us back into a position of being able to look at the tail end of the playoffs and really see if we can make a run for it. Of course, the rest of the division still has their game to play. And yeah, we're still 4th behind the Texans and the Colts. The Colts slowly bringing it back. Man, that game against the Colts really sucks. The game against the Lions really sucks losing. The Ravens game really sucks. And then, of course, the 2 overtime losses. What a change of fate that could have been if we could have gotten some of those games to go our way. We have a lot of stuff to cover going into the next week. Week 14, we are taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are 11-1. So it's going to be a tough game. They're going to be very, very good. Josh Allen already with 13 sacks through the season, through 12 games for them. So yeah, going to be difficult. We have a very, very tough stretch of games coming up. Of course, they'll be covered in the next couple of videos. But with that being said, guys, if you guys enjoy this content or the content here on my channel, I would appreciate it if you guys do stick around and subscribe. I'll be back with more videos like this, of course. Hopefully soon in the future, I'm trying to record as much of the Tennessee Titans franchise as humanly possible. I want to get to Season 3, hopefully by the end of the month, if not Season 4 by the end of the month. That would be particularly great, of course, with other content coming out as well, roster updates and so on and so forth. Stuff will change, of course. Stuff will have to get pushed back. But for now, I appreciate the support that you guys have shown this channel. I'll be back with more videos like this. I'm out. Peace.